It's a podcast, strangely, about Gerry Anderson.
I like a little bit of everything. Red button is go!
Would you be happy to watch a random episode of a Gerry Anderson series?
Oh, I would absolutely love to.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Gerry Anderson Podcast.
And you are.
Yes,
Welcome to
I'm welcome. Oh, that's very
you're
kind.
welcome to it, yeah.
It's a podcast, strangely, about Gerry Anderson.
things,
Yeah, I don't know if
yes.
you've heard of him.
And the people who may or may not have seen it.
Yes, that's right. So Gerry's work, as we know, stretched from the 1950s to the early 2000s.
Yeah, mid-2000s, yeah.
And a little later on, we're going to be introducing our special guest, who I hope we're going to convince to watch an episode from a Gerry Anderson series a little later on, next time.
But we know that this person has watched some episodes of a Gerry Anderson show.
All right.
I'm reasonably confident.
Okay, good. Well, good.
Because this is a returning podcast guest.
I see.
Which is always a cause for celebration.
Yes, it is indeed. Yes. There's someone actually bothered to come back.
Indeed.
Nice of them. Now, also, we have Jamie Anderson joining us a little later on for the Voice of the Podstrons. That's where you get in touch. You've been emailing us at podcast@gerryanderson.com in your droves.
They have, yes.
So we'll be reading out some of those a little later on. And then I think that's about it, isn't it? Is it just time to introduce our special guest?
We may as well.
I think we should. Go on then. Over to you.
It's Sophie Aldred.
Oh, that was quick. I was expecting a really long,
I thought
lovely
it was gonna be a big
introduction.
build-up.
Like read out your CV,
yeah,
play your
okay.
show reel, that kind of
I
thing.
hope that everyone knows who Sophie is. And if not, they should do.
Now, here's a challenge, and I
Go
wonder
on.
if you would be happy with this. Shall we try and
I'm
get
sure
through
I
the
will.
entire podcast without mentioning a certain TV series?
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
Okay,
Is
let's
that
see
okay?
if we can do
Oh,
that.
right, yeah.
Let's see how
Yeah.
far we get.
Okay.
We should get a sort of booby prize for mentioning it.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's a mystery we're talking about, of course.
Yeah, of course we
Yeah,
are.
yeah. I know.
Oh
now-
no, I thought it was corners.
Sophie, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
A returning guest, as Chris mentioned, but this time we're in a slightly different format. And a little later on, we're going to be testing your Gerry Anderson knowledge.
No.
But let's talk a little bit about you. That's why you're here.
Oh, all right then.
First of all, so TV, stage, audio, author.
Yes.
Where are you happiest?
Oh my goodness, what a question. I don't know, because I like a little bit of everything.
Oh, yes.
A bit of theatre, a bit of musicals, a bit
Yeah.
of TV, as you say,
Yeah.
a bit of film,
Yeah.
a bit of audio, bit of writing.
And it strikes me, because I know you're very popular on the convention circuit, and I know we'll be looking at something a little later on that's really quite charming. You like to get involved with the fans, if
I
possible,
do.
occasionally.
I really do, yeah.
So do you cherish that sort of that feedback from your viewers?
It's quite amazing that all these years after we made it, I mean, I know I have returned. I'm trying desperately not to say the name of it. It's proving a little bit difficult already. That people still love and cherish the character of Ace. I can say that, can't I?
I think you can say that.
Good.
Yeah, you can get away
Okay.
with
generic
It
word.
is, yeah.
And want to talk about it, and still now coming back in the power of the thing with Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
I've suddenly got this fan base of young women
Yeah.
again who have seen that, who saw that for the first time, fell in love with the character of Ace on that. I went to one of my first conventions after having done that, and it was aired, and these two 15-year-old girls were literally standing there sort of screaming at me.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, we think you're great. We loved you in Power of the..."
Thing.
And I said, "Well, have you seen any of the old episodes?" What?
Really?
yeah.
Oh, sweet. There's a
Yeah.
whole world
Yeah,
there for
and
them
that's
to uncover.
happened quite a lot. That people have said they have not realised that there's this
Yeah.
back catalogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it more today because of the proliferation on social media and so on? Have you found that recognition has grown, or back in the day when you were shooting the thing, was it as big then? Do you think? Or?
Oh, it wasn't as big then
Yeah.
because I was travelling around on a tube and
Yes.
people did recognise you.
Yeah.
But being famous wasn't such an aspiration
Yeah.
in the 1980s.
Kind of was
90s.
just a gig in a way, perhaps.
Yeah,
rather than-
ish. I mean, people would say that they'd go a bit funny, and I do remember somebody following me round my local Tesco's watching what I put in my shopping
You've
basket.
had that recently.
Oh, yes.
Greg's.
But nowadays, I'm very, very glad that I wasn't mildly famous now, because I think, I don't know whether you can be mildly famous anymore.
The expectations now seem to be far greater.
You're scrutinised the whole time. If you say the wrong thing,
You've got social media.
Yeah, that's right. And it is it's the whole trial by social media thing. If you look a certain way, you know, if you haven't brushed your hair or whatever, it's everywhere. So I'm so glad that I could live my normal life, living in a housing association flat in southeast London. Nothing changing really.
Yeah, that's right.
My friends keeping my feet firmly on the ground.
But being on TV every Saturday evening.
Yeah, and earning less money than I ever did in children's TV, in children's theatre.
Well, madness.
It is quite an impressive array of credits just in children's TV alone. I was looking at it a few months ago, and it was like, oh wait, Sophie was in that thing that I remember being on when I was a kid. I may or may not have watched it. It was like, I didn't realise that was you. It was things like, was it Zap and Melvin and Maureen and Corners, and the list just goes on.
Words and pictures.
And continues to go on for things like Dennis the Menace and Tree Food Tom. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful list of credits.
Bananas in Pyjamas and Peter Rabbit. Yeah, all sorts.
Enough of such small talk.
Yes, we're going to get down to the serious stuff.
Yeah, I think it's about time, don't you?
Yeah.
We brought you here to test your Anderson knowledge.
Yes.
We want to
no.
know, do you know your marinas from your moids?
Oh, I'm
Do
certainly
you
not.
know your spectrums from your sidewinders? You do know what the sidewinder is.
I
You
do know
mentioned
what
it.
the sidewinder
Oh,
is.
well done. That's
Yeah.
a good start.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
We've asked you a series of questions designed to test your Anderson knowledge, and we're going to record the scores on the Andermeter.
Yeah.
So shall we find out what you, Sophie Aldred, scored on the Andermeter?
Ta-da! Let's see. 2, 1, up to 3.
2.
Right.
It actually went to 3. I'd never seen it move
Yes,
that far.
but
Oh, really?
settle
Oh, my
back on-
goodness.
settle
That's
back on a 2.
Extraordinary. Okay.
So you scored a 2 on the Andermeter. What were you then watching as a child? I'm imagining there was some Gerry Anderson in there somewhere if you score a 2. So what do you remember of Gerry Anderson shows particularly?
Well, I remember Thunderbirds specifically.
Oh, yeah. Quite a strong memory.
A memory of what it felt like. You must understand that I'm not one of these people who remembers details.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I've only just discovered this recently, but I can remember things like where I was sitting, say, in the theatre or the cinema or watching telly, where I was sitting. I can remember who I was with, what I felt like, and that's, what the surroundings were. That's
Right.
pretty much
Wow.
it, really.
Yeah, I see.
My husband says I'm the cheapest date in the world because A, I don't drink, but B, I can be halfway through a film or some series of something, and I'll say, I think I remember this. And
You brought me here before.
yeah, so
I see. Okay. So just a kind of generic Thunderbirdsy feeling is what we're getting.
This feeling of happiness, of safety, of love for these brilliant machines. And you must understand that I am Scott Tracy as well. That's another
Fair
thing.
enough.
She is.
Yeah.
I commented
Yeah.
on it the moment she walked in.
Right.
Said, this is Scott Tracy.
It's obvious. Now you mention it. Yeah.
When I must have been about, I suppose, I don't think I watched the very first time it went out, but certainly by the time it was repeated, I think a year later, in 66.
I would assume it was
Something
being
like
repeated in
that.
66.
Yeah. I think I must have seen it then for the first time. So bearing in mind I was 4,
Yeah.
my mum made me a Thunderbirds outfit.
Oh,
Yes.
please tell me
She
you've got
made me the
photographs.
sash. No, sadly
Oh.
not. She made me a little hat, I think, and then she made me they got the sort of things on their
Yeah,
sash.
little holsters.
Yeah,
Holsters?
holster.
Yes.
Well, she made me a holster out of my grandfather smoked cigars, and they came in little aluminium tubes about this long.
Yeah.
And she stuck them together and made the holster there. I remember being so proud of my uniform.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And I ran around the garden, particularly in my grandmother's house, I remember, up in Derbyshire. I remember running around their big garden, saving the world. And,
Of course, nowadays that would be called cosplay, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
we
it would.
didn't call it then, we just called it dressing up.
Of course, you eventually got paid to do that for real, didn't you?
Exactly.
On TV, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. Interesting you mentioned that your experience of watching Thunderbirds was it kind of engendered a feeling of safety when so many of the plots are about peril and danger.
Well, I think this is the thing about most children's TV. I'm thinking of Tree Fu Tom now. It's sort of mild peril, although you could argue that in Thunderbirds it's sort of mild to serious peril at times. But you know that it's all going to work out okay in the end. It's like with the programme that I was in that we're not going to mention.
No.
The same thing. You know that the good is going to triumph. Everything's going to be all right.
Because it's on again next week.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. And so there is a safety in that. And also there's, when I was writing my dissertation...
Yes, look at that.
For at university, I did some study into child psychology and repetition, because I'd noticed that in Thunderbirds in particular, those launch sequences are pretty much exactly the same each time, and you know that Thunderbird 1 is going to come out of the swimming pool. You know that Thunderbird 2 is going to come out of the rock face. You know that there's a sequence. Thunderbird 3, Thunderbird 5's up in space. Thunderbird 4 is safely in Pod 4 in Thunderbird 2. So you know all these things, and there's a joy that children get in watching the same thing over and over again, or listening to this. That's why children want the same bedtime story
Exactly,
over
again,
over and over again, because it's this safety, again, a sort of resolution. And
I think the producers appreciated that because, once we've seen those launch sequences in perhaps, let's say, the first 2 or 3 episodes, they might have scrimped a bit and just given you cut down versions. But no, you see it all every time because they know that's what we want. Now, as we say, you scored a 2, but Sophie, I have faith in you, and I think you can do a little bit better than that. It's time for us to resurrect a little part of the show that we haven't used for a while. This is called Superidentification.
Oh dear. Okay.
Now, before your very eyes on that screen, I'm going to flash past. I would. Very, very quick glimpses of each of the opening titles of each of Gerry's shows.
Oh no.
All 18.
Yes, from 1957.
57 to 2005.
All 18 of them. So let's see how many you recognise. When you see one you know, shout it out and we'll try and keep score.
Okay.
Here we go. Number 1. The Adventures of Who?
Is it Twizzle?
Yes.
Yay.
First point. Second one here. Told you it was quick.
Don't know. Oh, that's Four Feather Falls.
Thought you'd know that one. We'll talk about that in a moment. Number 4.
Oh, Supercar.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is Fireball XL5.
Good. Followed by?
Stingray.
Yes.
Thunderbirds,
Yes.
of course. That's me.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Captain Scarlet.
Yeah.
You see?
Joe 90.
Doing well.
Tricky one, this.
Oh,
Bit
this
niche.
is... Oh, no. Something
Yes.
about the secret agent.
Yes, close. And then what
UFO.
about? Good.
Persuaders.
No.
Protectors.
Yes.
Yes.
This is an emergency.
Terrorhawks.
Yes.
Oh, I have no idea.
Fair enough.
No, don't know that
Into
one.
the 90s now, and now into the 2000s.
Well, no, I haven't got any
One
idea.
more to go.
Oh, is that Space Nine? No, it's not Space Nine.
No,
That's
we
nice.
missed that one.
No.
I think
The modern ones,
it goes
I
by
don't
so
know.
quickly, but I think you would have got Space 1999.
Right,
You can see everything
okay.
there.
Yes.
Were you keeping count?
I was to start with.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's
I got
15.
so many.
I think it's 15 out of 18.
Do you?
Yeah, I think there's
Wow.
3 that you dropped. I'm going to give you Space
Wait a minute,
1999.
Stanley Unwin.
Yeah, go on. The secret something you said.
Oh, no, I can't remember the name of it.
You're going to kick yourself.
Because he Unwinese, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Spoke
He was
sort of-
playing the bishop, the vicar
Yeah,
rather,
the
in the
vicar.
local parish church, and he was sometimes live action, sometimes
What's it called?
puppetry.
It's
The
gone out of my
Secret
head.
Service.
That's it.
So close.
That's half a point.
I'd
for
say
the
15
secret.
and a half.
Oh,
There you go.
definitely.
Yeah.
Very, very good innings.
So
there,
you see
yeah.
what I say? I think you know a little bit more than
okay.
You've
Well,
absorbed it,
yeah.
even though you weren't necessarily watching.
That's right.
True,
Which is
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I
exactly.
think it's probably from doing the dissertation, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Let's talk a little bit about that then. So hold it up again for us and just read that. It's got a subtitle there.
Thunderbirds Ago,
A study?
a study of Gerry Anderson and puppets on television.
Right.
There you go.
Go on. What's
so
the story?
that came about because I was in my third year at Manchester, and I was in the drama department, and didn't really know what to do for a dissertation. Somebody suggested that you could do maybe football as
Right.
theatre.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, well, that would be interesting because
Yeah.
I'm a football fan. And then one day I was walking up Oxford Road, went into the precinct centre, and there was this brand new shop which turned out to be a sort of science fiction shop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like Forbidden Planet is now, but it was literally a room with
Yeah.
a few bits and bobs in. And it was the first thing like that I'd ever come across.
Yeah.
And I saw this magazine which said SIG, Super Mario Nation is Go. And it was the first volume of this fanzine about Gerry Anderson.
Okay.
And I bought it because I thought, I used to love Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
And then I read it and thought, how fascinating. And somebody said to me, why don't you do Gerry Anderson then? But of course, there was no source material.
Absolutely.
No
Where'd you
videos,
go?
no way of
internet.
seeing it
Yeah,
again. So
yeah.
I had to write it on my sort of memories of being a small child.
Wow.
Plus, in this magazine was a letter from somebody who said, I've just done my thesis on something to do, some aspect of Gerry Anderson. Anyone interested, get in touch. Put his address. So I wrote to this guy, and we corresponded, and he sent his thesis, and then, I asked him questions, and then he'd write, every time he wrote with little pictures of Thunderbirds and
nice.
things like that. Lovely
Uh-huh.
little drawings
Yeah.
that he did. And it turned out to be Graham Bleethman,
Right.
who,
Wow.
that Graham Bleethman.
Yes.
And,
you say little drawings.
Yeah, I know. And
Yeah.
of course,
Wow.
who knew? But years later, there I was at a convention representing,
Yeah.
and he was there with his Thunderbird cutaway books and things
Incredible.
like that.
Wow.
Amazing.
How funny.
But I also noticed, I mean, again, my memory, but I noticed in my acknowledgements for this that I acknowledge all sorts of people. There's Pamela Barnes of Fanderson.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Graham Bleethman, art editor, SIG.
There you go. Right.
Vaughan Brunt, editor, Video Adventure in the 60s.
Right. Yeah.
Christine Glanville,
Well, it's a name we know very well.
there
yeah.
you go.
Great.
Anne Hogarth, or Mrs. Jan Bussell, I've put here, who was also a puppeteer. And she was a puppeteer on very early telly programmes. Like she did Muffin the Mule, for example.
Wow. Incredible.
Sue Kay and the Puppet Centre, Battersea Arts Centre, so I'd obviously got in touch with them.
yeah.
David Nightingale and Brendan Sheehan, editors of SIG. Precision Video Limited. You seem to think you knew that.
Yes, that was one of the earliest outlets to put Anderson stuff out on VHS in this country.
was
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you got your hands on a copy of something from them.
Well, I don't
think?
think so, because
Ah.
I didn't have a telly, let
Right.
alone a VHS.
Okay.
So even if I got my hands on a copy, I'd have been going, that's nice.
Oh, well, what do I do with
What's
it?
that?
Maybe just in a cover or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
gosh.
we've got Jane Pritchard, librarian, ballet rambert.
Wow.
Don't know what for. And Mary Turner and
Yeah.
Stage 3 Productions.
Okay.
What Stage 3? Was that a production company of hers?
Yeah, I
or
guess so.
something?
She was
I think.
working for it at the time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what they would
And then my mum for typing.
Oh, of
She
course.
types it all up,
Always.
including
Wow.
carbon copies. And Steve Bird, can't remember who Steve Bird.
yeah.
And Simon Hickson, half of Trevor and
Ah,
Simon, who was my great friend at
Yep.
university, for assistance with records and photographs.
Yeah, right.
And I think I mean by records, I mean vinyl.
You mean actual records?
Yes, actual.
Right,
Because he was a
old school
huge
records.
music fan, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he probably sourced maybe the Thunderbirds theme tune for me or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So how many
Incredible.
pages is that?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's illustrated, which is nice. Oh, 50.
50
pages. And it's got a fair bit about quite a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Apparently, for a while, it was the most read dissertation in the whole of the drama department because
Wow.
people would go in and see it. And these were all this is a painting I did.
I see.
All colour.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't. And then this is like sort of collage cut out lecture set and things.
Amazing.
Anyway,
Wow. I
so
mean, you
there
should
you go.
release that. Surely
Yeah.
that's crying out for publication, isn't it?
Shop.gerryanderson.com. We can release that.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I
Brilliant.
was looking at it earlier, and I was quite sort of amused that it ended with. And there's this new show coming in 1983.
Yes, I think. What do
Oh,
I
yeah.
say?
1983. Oh, I
it's
see.
Something like.
think I know what that might be.
Yeah, because this was. I must have written this in spring 1983.
Yeah.
I would have sort of finally got it, but it actually says yes. Blah, 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 all of which prompted Gerry Anderson's return to the Slough studios for the new puppet series Terrorhawks, anxiously anticipated by both old fans and young viewers who have watched the repeat screening. Oh, so there must have been a repeat screening of...
Yeah.
I think there were some regional repeats in the early 80s
Right.
of
Oh,
various
were
shows,
there?
but it kind of depended where you live, what you actually got.
Yeah. It's funny to think
Right.
about, isn't it? Depending where you live on the country as to what you
Yeah.
what you saw.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Now, Sophie, I wonder then, given your actually slightly more increased Anderson knowledge than perhaps
Yeah,
you
but
credited
bear in
yourself
mind,
for.
I wrote this
Yeah.
in
But
1983.
would you be happy to sit down with Jamie Anderson and, let's say, a very special guest?
What, me?
Well, not you this time, Chris. Someone specialer.
Someone even more
Yeah.
special.
To watch a random episode of a Gerry Anderson series.
Oh, I would absolutely love to. Yes,
Fantastic.
please.
Chris, tell us all about the Randomiser.
Well, the Randomiser is a machine that has every Gerry Anderson episode and feature film ever made.
Right.
At the press of a big red button right there, you, Sophie Aldred, can select a random episode to watch and comment upon.
Right. Then it might be Thunderbirds, of course.
It might be Thunderbirds.
Might
it
not.
might be
Better make it a good
Terrorhawks.
one.
Yeah.
Although
So-
probably not, because that was Terrorhawks last week, wasn't it?
Last time it was, yes. Now, if you wouldn't mind picking that button up so we can see it nice and clearly here
Okay.
on this camera. That's
Here's
it.
the button.
Yeah, if you want to give us a countdown and press the button and let's
Okay.
see what we get.
5,
Oh, she's going for
She's
it.
going-
I knew she would.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Red button is go.
Excellent. Let's see what you've chosen from the Randomiser. So we're flicking through every one of Gerry's series.
Black and white. Oh,
Some you will... Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. well, not
All
quite
right.
Thunderbirds, nearly there.
This actually, having thought to myself that Thunderbirds is the best
Mm-hmm.
opening theme tune. I mean, I'm thinking of that fantastic drumming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything
amazing.
could happen in the next
There is
half
some
hour.
really
Is
strong
that
That's
Stingray,
it.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
it, yeah. Ah, okay. All right. Well, we're going to be watching an episode called The Ghost Ship,
Ghost ship.
which sounds rather interesting.
Sounds
doesn't
good.
it?
Well,
Okay.
you can be sure the Mysterons are involved.
Wrong series, but close.
Oh no, that's Captain Scarlet. No, hang on, it's the.
Yeah. That's the one.
What
That's
are they
it, exactly.
called?
Yeah, that's the...
Oh, I'll find out.
It varies who the villain is from week to week.
So just for a bit of context, Stingray came after 5 XL5. You can see on the left, in
That
black
was
and
my
white.
husband's favourite.
Right.
Yeah.
But
He thought he was Troy Tempest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. But of course, the next step in the great evolution that is the Gerry Anderson story was Thunderbirds, which came directly after Stingray. So, we're kind of in the same ballpark as Thunderbirds.
Yes.
How many years separated the two series, Thunderbirds and Stingray, would you say?
I can find out.
Yes.
Hang on a minute.
You don't need to ask me anymore.
I've got a list
At
somewhere.
least up till 1983.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, look, I've got a chronology. Look
Oh,
at this.
good.
1959, Supercar.
Okay.
There's lots about Supercar. 61, Fireball XL5.
Okay,
Everybody
yeah.
probably knows this.
No, not at all.
62 to 3, Stingray.
62 to 3 Stingray and
Yeah.
Thunderbirds.
And then Thunderbirds, 64 to 66.
I mean, it's pretty continuous, isn't it?
Yeah, one a year generally. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did they do it? I mean,
They just kept going,
the
didn't they?
detailing.
Yeah.
on the,
I mean, they were given
yeah.
the money every year, which helps, I suppose.
Well,
they
I
were just
suppose
handed
so.
the budget, literally, to make either a
Good old-
continuation or a new series.
It was Lou Grade, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Yes.
a lot of
Yeah.
trust involved.
Yeah.
And of course, they had a good team around them. they used the same people. You mentioned some of the names there, Christine Glanville and Mary Turner and so on.
And it was young people just having fun, which I think was the appeal for many of the people working on it.
So to help you get ready for watching our episode of Stingray, the Ghost Ship, a little later on, we're going to, over the course of this podcast, be giving you some mission briefings and also sharing with you the odd fab fact about the episode we're going to watch. So over to Chris for a very quick mission briefing.
A lot of the main cast are based on real people. We have here that's Troy Tempest on the left there, sporting the facial features of American actor
Name
James
him?
Garner.
Oh.
She can do the next one.
Yeah, all right. James Garner. Yeah.
That's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you can see the likeness.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's Marina, based on...
Who's that on the right?
It's not Bardo, is it?
It absolutely
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That's right. It is. Yeah, Bridget Bardot.
Look at the lips.
I know.
They're
Extraordinary, isn't it?
And here we have Atlanta Shore. Now, on the right there, do you recognise that actress?
No.
What if
I
I
don't.
were to say,
It's.
oh, James?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, was that not convincing at all?
Oh. You don't get the part.
I probably
No.
don't. Yeah.
That's Lois Maxwell, who was Miss Moneypenny in the Bond
Oh,
films.
Yes.
Up to the end of the Roger Moore
yes.
era. Not only is there a physical resemblance between Atlanta and Lois, Lois was actually the voice of Atlanta.
No.
Yes, she was a fairly big gap for the Andersons.
Absolutely
That
right. Yeah,
was
that time. Yeah, she was
amazing.
riding high. This is
And
my
then
favourite.
The villain, yes.
Oh.
Modelled on.
Laurence Olivier. And it's literally like they've looked at that still and modelled the face on it. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's funny, I knew that it was Laurence Olivier, but I'd never made that connection visually
Yeah,
before.
because actually we don't think of him as having a particularly distinctive face, but when you see it next to Titan, you think, well, they've got it, absolutely, haven't
Yeah,
they?
it's those
Ah,
piercing eyes,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
So, in preparation for filming Stingray, AP Films, who were then based on the Slough Trading Estate, which is not far from where we are,
Yeah.
just up the road,
Yeah.
as was. They were on Ipswich Road, and they moved to new, larger premises on Stirling Road at a cost of £75,000.
Which was a fortune.
Can you imagine?
Presumably.
But again, Lou grade, blank checks, have whatever you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So much of TV of that era seemed to be built on trust. You hear about things like, the Oliver Postgate stuff.
Yes.
And they were just literally left alone in their garden shed to make these classic series and given a bit of money.
Patrick McGowan is another one for ITC. It's like Lou Grade was like, I don't understand it. I'll just give in to what he wants, and he can have all the money. That's fine. And we're still talking about that show 60 years later.
Yeah, that's right.
So the new studios were built inside a converted factory unit with 3 shooting stages, 2 for puppet filming and 1 for doing special effects. So they were able to film 2 episodes at once, with separate crews.
Amazing.
So it was a much busier operation.
Gosh.
There's a lot of familiar names in the voice cast, but one character who seldom spoke because she couldn't was, do we know?
Marina.
Yeah.
Marina,
Yeah,
yes.
of course, Aquamarina.
She was not equipped with a speech mechanism, so she was the first, I would think it's probably the first mute character in a children's TV show.
Yeah, you'd guess
probably.
so. Yeah.
I don't know, I feel that might be up for chat. Podcast
Let us know. Yeah. Other mute characters in other children's series. There's animals, I suppose.
Yeah.
Little Hobo and things.
Yeah, there's Sooty. Sooty and Sweep.
Wow.
Oh no, Swoop has a lot to say for himself.
Sweep,
We've had
but
him
Sooty
in this
doesn't,
chair,
does he?
actually.
Have
yes.
you?
Yes, Ronnie LaDrew. You must have met Ronnie on various conventions.
Oh, yes, of course
Lovely.
I have,
Swoop's
yeah.
not real.
Anyway, moving on.
What?
Yeah. Come on, Chris.
Poor
Keep it
Chris.
together.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So I think now is the time to introduce you to some of the characters that you are going to see in Stingray.
The series, the third to carry the words filmed in Super Mario Nation, focused on the operatives of the World Aquanaut Security Patrol, and in particular the crew of the Stingray submarine.
Tower from Stingray. Are we clear to leave Marineville?
Clear to go, Stingray.
Stand by for action.
One Stingray character would of course require no voice actor.
It's Marina. I knew it.
Although a source of amusement to certain male members of the audience, and a few of the show's guest characters,
A silent woman, huh? That's even better.
Marina's silence provided the puppeteers with the unique challenge of creating a character's personality through movement alone. Another interesting character touch came with Commander Shaw, who had been permanently confined to a hover wheelchair following an incident at sea. Although almost certainly done as a way to cut down on the number of puppets that would have to be seen walking, Commander Shaw still deserves to be recognised as one of the very first disabled characters on children's television.
Emergency! Battle stations!
There you go.
So there we go.
What a glittering
So
array
fascinating,
of
isn't it?
characters, yeah. And that's just a few of them. We'll be meeting many more in our episode a little later on. So the Ghost Ship, as you can appreciate, features a rather impressive galleon, as you'll see.
Yes.
But I want to know, Sophie, we're going to play another little game with you now.
Uh-oh.
It's a game that I've got here. Ship shape and Bristol fashion brackets must think of something funnier. I didn't get round to that.
You ran out of time.
I did. I was such a quick turnaround. So I'm going to ask you, can you name these famous ships? You ready?
Go on.
Take a look at these pictures.
Oh,
Tell me which ones you recognise.
Is that Titanic?
Is it the Titanic?
No, that
It is the
three-
Titanic.
Oh,
You're
yes,
right.
it's
Yeah.
great. Oh,
Well, this one here.
There's Sir Francis Drake.
Ah, but what's the
No.
ship? You're right. I think he was indeed the captain of the ship.
On the South Bank.
It
isn't
is.
it?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure
it's
you've
gone out
walked
of my
past it
head.
many times.
Yeah, can't think. That's it. Of course, the
Look
Golden
at
Age.
this beauty. Oh! Curses.
Is it HMS Victory?
Yes, it is. How on earth did you know that? And here's my favourite. Can you name this ship? Very, very famous. The one in the foreground.
One in the foreground.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not the. It's not anything from Swallows and Amazons.
No,
It's
no,
too
no.
big. No, I
But
don't know.
what if I were to tell you that perhaps just through that window there's a plate, a knife and fork, and a half-eaten sandwich?
Oh, is
And
it the Mary Celeste?
It is Mary Celeste.
Gosh,
The
a
spookiest ship of
photograph.
all. Yeah, I know, it's
Mary
amazing.
Celeste.
I was doing a bit of research. This is not to do about Gerry Anderson. It was Arthur Conan Doyle that wrote a story about Mary Celeste, as he called it. That's why we know it as Mary Celeste. But actually, the ship's name was Mary Celeste. But he popularised that pronunciation. And a lot of the details that we know, like the unfinished meals and so on, come from his short story and aren't actually true at all. There is a mystery there, but it's not quite as colourful as we're led to believe. It's interesting,
How
isn't it?
interesting. That's so fascinating.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, it seems you know your ships quite well, so I think we'll be
Oh, I thought you
pretty
should.
good.
It's my maritime background because I was born near Greenwich, so you know,
Were
the
you?
Cutty Sark and the
That's-
Gypsy Moth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cutty Sark's amazing, yeah.
So the episode we're going to be watching later, The Ghost Ship, has got a 7.5 rating out of 10 on IMDb.
It's not bad.
Which is
That's
pretty
pretty good.
impressive.
We'll see what you
Yeah.
think, but it's not bad.
And we thought we'd share this review from a rather confused viewer. I like this, but I don't know why. I've never been able to get into Thunderbirds or the rest of these marionette shows, but I enjoy this one. Even though they are the protectors of the sea, they know almost nothing about it. They are constantly encountering new races of underwater people they have never heard of, and those people know everything about Stingray and Wasp and want to destroy them. They have a woman who never speaks and never has anything to do with the story, but the song over the end credits is about her. None of it makes any sense, but I like it.
Ah,
That's so sweet.
isn't that lovely?
I like helpful 6 as well.
That's right. It's so sweet. I like that. I like it, but I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a...
Yeah.
That's you know,
That's
guilty
fair enough.
pleasure.
Isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
You
definition
can.
of a guilty pleasure.
I think nowadays we're so bound up with education is like you have to give notes and reams reams of going into stuff and why you like it and why this works and why this doesn't work and blah, 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 blah. But actually just to say, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's
Come on, I
right.
don't know why.
That's
I think
enough.
that's
yeah.
great.
Now, The Ghost Ship was broadcast in the UK on October the 18th, 1964.
64, so I would have been 2.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Yeah. So
2, and I wouldn't have
no.
seen it.
No.
Or anything like that.
But I thought in that case it might be interesting to take a look and see what else was going on in the world
yes.
in 1964. So, firstly, Top of the Pops first airs.
No.
1964 on BBC
Wow.
TV, which then went to run for decades, of course. Teen Girls Magazine, Jackie, first published 1964.
Look, Jackie #1. I used to love Jackie.
Did you?
Yes, I used to. We used to have it at school and pass it around.
Oh, like
And
contraband.
I was actually in Jackie once.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was
in Top of the
in
Pops
a
as well, weren't
photo
you?
story. Yes, I
yes.
was in Top of the Pops
Ah.
too. Yeah, we were asked. I think a photographer was doing something in Blackheath. And wanted some teens in school uniform to do one of those photo stories.
Yeah.
So I got
Right.
some mates and we all
Brilliant.
got photographed.
Oh,
Looking moody around
oh,
Blackheath.
fantastic. I bet that was
Yeah.
fun.
It was great fun.
Also, 1964 saw the first episode A Crossroads.
Oh, my great-grandmother absolutely loved Crossroads.
Yeah.
And she was very posh, and she called it Crossroads.
I like that. Crossroads. Very nice. Your average weekly wage in 1964 was just £16. So, we were talking earlier about the budget for Stingray. A couple of 100,000 or whatever. Well,
That must have been...
Yeah.
Yeah.
£16 a week average wage.
Can't do maths, but that sounds like a lot.
And this is a funny one. In 1964, the British and French governments agree a deal for the construction of the Channel Tunnel. And it's expected to take 5 years to build.
That didn't go to plan.
Golly, that looks amazing though. The
that great?
futuristic
That looks
carriages.
a bit Anderson-y.
Yeah,
Well,
it
Graham
does.
Gleeson kind of
But
futuristic painting.
the Anderson shows were all about the future, weren't they?
Yeah.
Looking ahead to what might be. So, yes.
Look at all
really
the
does.
glass as well.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have come in very handy in the tunnel though, because
Nothing
it would
to
have
see.
just been a lot of black.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Double-deck drive-on trains for cars and platforms at 2 levels for use of the train's upper and lower decks are suggested in this drawing from the Channel Tunnel Study Group's booklet, The Channel Tunnel. Yeah, 1964.
Wowzers.
Sweet, isn't it?
Oh, I can see on the left-hand side there.
Yes.
I see the car with the,
Oh,
the
yes.
black roof. That's either a Citroen DS or a Rover, I reckon.
Brilliant. That's the kind of detail we come to expect on this podcast. That's very good. I like it. So, Sophie, I must talk to you before we head on to our Fab Fact about this week's episode.
Right.
About your writing.
Oh, yes.
Tell us a
indeed.
little bit about that, what you've been up to.
Oh, God. Well, funnily enough, writing is something that I did a lot of when I was young. And I think if I hadn't ended up being an actor, I would have quite liked to be a writer. It's, again, being in a very privileged position of being asked to do the odd bit of writing here and there. I did do reviewing for magazines, for SFX and for Starburst at some time. I did sort of general film reviews and things like that.
Oh, that was fun, I bet.
And I have done bits and bobs of writing over the years.
Yeah.
And then was asked to do this book about Jodie Whittaker and her
Yes.
meeting Ace.
Yes.
Which I did as a collaboration with Steve Cole from BBC Books and from and Mike Tucker. I couldn't possibly have written a whole great big novel in the time frame that they wanted, which was something ridiculous.
And did this predate your appearance in the new series, or did this come as a result of that?
Predated.
Right.
And I got the idea from a trailer that we were doing for a Blu-ray extras.
Yeah.
Where Ace was apparently now CEO of this A Charitable Earth, which Russell T Davies had mentioned in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah.
And there I was in a suit and overlooking Tower Bridge
That's
and
right.
the Tower of London. And I got that idea, and that's what I used. I thought, oh, well, that's who Ace is now. And and it went from there.
Amazing.
And then I was asked to do a short story for another of the Penguin, BBC Books.
Yeah.
And that was all my young words.
Yeah.
And I put as many Easter eggs as I possibly could. I crammed them all in.
Very good.
And then, yes, it's gone from there, really. And then, of course, the very first book I did was called Ace, the inside story of the end of an era, with Mike Tucker visual effects, which was a bit like a scrapbook of the making of the series.
Lovely.
And I'm so glad we did it, because we interviewed lots of people.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I wrote in the sort of blurb for it, I wrote, who'd have thought that 5 years after the programme had finished, we'd still be talking about it. I mean, it's
God, you
extraordinary.
could put a 3 on the beginning of that now, couldn't you?
Yeah,
I mean, how long ago was that?
exactly,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
It's extraordinary.
And then most recently I've done, it's turned into 2 books now, which is 2 books about Ace's jacket. Very niche.
Ah, yes.
But I suddenly realised, it was an idea of a fan's actually, and he was saying that there are such a lot of cosplayers now, and they all wanted to know why my badges change and which badges go. I had no idea they did, but apparently. So we found out so much about the fact that I had 2 jackets, and then a third one was sometimes used as well. The badges are all slightly different. They sometimes change depending on which ones fell off in various quarries that I was running around in.
Yes.
But then the first idea was that I would go to Doctor Who alumni and people I know, but there's
It's all right. Carry on. Let's pretend it didn't happen. Carry on. I think we got away with it. Yeah.
So anyway, I got in touch with all sorts of people, past and present, and they were gracious enough to write stories, do paintings and drawings and poems. We have a couple of sonnets in there.
Oh, how lovely. Wow.
All about the badges.
Yeah.
And the money's all, well, not all, but the profits are going to go to 2 autism charities.
Great.
And then the next book is which will be more about the jacket and 4 cosplayers. But yes, and we asked a lot of fans who have their own jackets to take a photograph of themselves and say what the jacket meant to them. And we've got a sort of, it's called a galactic gallery of these fans all wearing their jackets.
And of course, the jacket has an Anderson connection in that there's more than one Anderson-related badge on there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's a Thunderbirds badge, and both Mike Tucker, who's one of our visual effects guys, and Paul McGann have written. Paul's written a little lovely piece about his memories of Thunderbirds, because he was a big fan as well. And Mike Tucker's written an original story, which is very much an Ace and Sylvester's in the context of Thunderbirds.
Oh, wow.
And then I asked Graham Bleethman if he would kindly do us and he's done this beautiful painting. It's a crossover sort of it's a Thunderbirds Doctor Who thing. And then there's the Fanderson badge as well, which I thought I've got to get my Fanderson badge on there. So that's really good fun.
Where can we find these books? Are they available via your website or
yes,
on Amazon?
They will be on my website, and also AUK Publishing and Chinbeard Books. You can look them up.
Okay, great, brilliant. Let's have a look at something really quite sweet.
Okay.
This is a song that I'm obviously know about because you're in the video. I want to be like Sophie Aldred.
Oh my goodness!
So lovely.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about this afterwards.
Yeah.
Isn't that
right? It's got to be the most meta thing ever, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Kid in a spacesuit, I want to say, I think they're called, if that's right.
Kids in spacesuits.
Kids in spacesuits, thank you. So do have a look on YouTube and find that video. It's brilliant.
They are a lovely, lovely bunch.
And what's interesting, Sophie, you seem to have an understanding of the delicate relationship between someone in your position having done what you've done and the fans of that thing.
Yes.
And you're aware that you have to tread quite carefully.
Yes,
perhaps. I'm putting words in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, you pick and choose what you do. I think any of us would say that.
Yeah.
And because I think we've been around fandom for such a long time, we sort of, you do get to know certain people really well. Like some people go right back to the very beginning of 1987.
Yeah.
There's people who I still know from the first convention I ever went to.
Wow.
And
extraordinary.
Yeah, some of them become friends. I have friends, very good friends in America.
Yeah.
And there's a fine line. And you do understand that you need to have good boundaries on some occasions.
Yeah, that must be tricky to learn, though.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Great. Now, before we go any further and get onto our Fab Fact, Chris,
yes,
I think we should present you with a little something because you mentioned Doctor Who.
My
so I'm going to
prize.
say it now. We've got a little booby prize for you. This is from Pen Quiller, and this is in recognition of that day 2 years ago now. The
infamous day.
Yeah, at the Space Centre in Leicester,
where the three of us.
Yeah.
Got together and got a bit silly, didn't we?
We did really. We reenacted an episode of Four Feather Falls, if you remember.
It was wonderful. It was such good fun.
Well, here's your very own commemorative mug to celebrate the occasion with the famous picture.
I love that. Jamie's got his hand like to his face.
I was
like,
not
it looks
surprised.
like he's just about to go like that. Yes, it's me riding you,
Yes.
isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, not many people get to do that.
No,
Yeah.
well, I should hope not. No.
That's amazing.
There you go.
But you
Yeah.
do have.
Yeah,
Wow.
little something for you to take away.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're
Well, I'm
very
glad
welcome.
I mentioned Doctor Who then.
Yeah,
'cause
there you
I-
go.
yeah.
Otherwise, you would have gone home
I would-
empty-handed.
I would, yeah.
Now, so just
Indeed.
before we watch our Stingray episode of The Ghost Ship with Jamie Anderson and our very special guest, Chris, you have something rather special for us yourself,
I
didn't you?
suppose so, yes.
Now, time for Fab Facts.
Yes, so the Fab Fact relating to the Ghost Ship.
Yep.
Much of the episode, the Ghost Ship takes place on a wooden galleon constructed by the AP Films team. To say that it's a beautiful model would be something of an understatement. It's a live-action set, and the live-action set that we see the puppets walking around on is very impressive. Lots of attention to detail paid to the tiniest little part of a vintage sailing
Isn't that
ship.
incredible? And you can see the gantry above there with the operator stand
yes,
to
I've
give you a
seen
sense
the,
of scale
the
there.
picture of that
Yeah.
before. It's in my dissertation.
Aha.
But that is superb.
Yeah.
The real pulleys and
Yeah.
everything.
So a lot of time and expense was spent on making this ship, but obviously with Stingray being set in the future, there wasn't much of a call for the galleon to make a return appearance. Although you do see it in the studio backlot in the episode Stand By for Action. But then the galleon made a big return in episode 30, Set Sail for Adventure, where it was brought out once more to be used as the ship that Admiral Denver makes his ocean voyage on. That's phones on the set there. It has been suggested that the episode was written specifically to reuse the sets and models from the Ghost Ship.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, we can't confirm it, but they would have.
Yeah.
It would have taken
Let's
a
get
long
good
time,
use
a
out
lot
of this,
money.
yeah.
Why
Yeah,
not
why
reuse it?
not?
Yes. And I think we should probably take a look
Yeah.
behind the scenes of Set Sail for Adventure
Yeah.
to see how it looked in movement.
Oh my goodness.
So that's Mary Turner on the right. Yeah. Just gives an idea of the chaos that would be going on in the studio.
I love this.
Yeah.
Chats of water.
Suddenly
Doing
get a
a
load of
storm
water.
at sea. So, yeah, everyone there that day would have probably
Got very
very
wet.
wet.
Isn't it funny? It makes you want to flinch for the puppet's sake.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
the
That's right.
puppets.
That's right. Well, that's the secret of the success of the series, I guess.
Yeah. Goodness, look at that.
Isn't it lovely?
How wonderful to see this backstage stuff.
Yes, this comes from Alan Fennell's archive, I believe.
Right.
This is on the Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, yeah. A typically chaotic day filming Stingray.
But
on
what
the set
fun.
of the Ghost Ship. But
Yeah.
what fun, yeah.
Can you imagine what a day that was?
Oh, yeah.
Golly, the puppeteers must have got really wet too.
Yes. Yeah. And finally, to finish
beautiful.
off this week's Fab Fact, on an appropriately, I can say Doctor Who.
You can say it
On
now,
an
can't you?
appropriately Doctor
We've
Who-related
broken the
note,
seal.
when Sadie Miller was on this podcast and sat in that chair last year,
Oh, yeah.
we asked her to pick her all-time favourite Anderson moment, and she picked a scene from The Ghost Ship, specifically the scene where the Ghost Ship appears out of the fog and Stingray makes visual contact.
Yes, as you'll see.
Oh,
a bit
well,
later.
I'll
So
look
if
out
Sadie
for
likes
that.
this episode,
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
well,
that'll be good.
what Sadie likes, I like. So great.
So, Sophie, we've given you a mission briefing. We've introduced
Yes.
you some characters and even helped you know your victory from your golden hind. So, are you ready to watch an episode of Stingray?
I'm longing for it.
Okay.
Great. Now, if you want to watch Stingray the Ghost Ship with Sophie, Jamie Anderson, and a rather special guest, then you need to join us on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel in 2 weeks' time to see how they got on. But for now, Sophie Aldred, thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Great. And good luck.
Thank you.
This is the voice of the Podsterons.
Well, look, it's Jamie Anderson again. That's
I've come back.
Just in time
Yes.
to watch the Randomiser with Sophie and our very special guest. Next
Which is still
time.
not me.
No,
It's
I'm
the first time I've not been on the randomizer, and
Yeah.
I invented the blooming
Well,
I
thing
know.
let's
with
see.
Well,
whoever
you're
it was,
delegating
Brains.
now. You're delegating.
Yes.
Let's see how they go
I'm
without
quite
you.
happy to delegate on this occasion.
Great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Tune in a couple of weeks' time to see how Jamie gets on with Sophie and our very special guest.
Yes.
She is a very special guest, actually. This
Oh,
other.
she is, is
Yeah,
she?
yeah. Oh, I said too much. Let's move on quickly. Jamie,
Oh.
it's now September. The year is ticking past. Do you have any news?
Well, Yes.
Hooray!
Yay! And that's this week's JS News.
Well, I mean, this is the month
Yes.
for anniversaries, isn't it?
Yes, it really is.
The 50th anniversary of Space 1999 and the
Yes.
60th anniversary of Thunderbirds.
Amazing.
Clearly, it's the month for pre-order of our 4K steelbooks. For Thunderbirds and Space 1999. So Thunderbirds, it's Trapped in the Sky and Terror in New York City. And they are also getting a limited theatrical release in cinemas across the UK
Really?
later this month. Yes.
Oh, great.
So we're very excited about that.
Wow.
And they look amazing in 4K.
I bet.
So this is us kind of testing to see what you think of it in 4K. In the past, when restorations have been done, they used a digital process to remove the film grain. So all the previous versions you've seen are kind of very clean and pristine, but they're actually kind of lacking detail because they've been smoothed out, essentially. This has all of its film grain intact. It looks much more like a mini film now, which is kind of lovely. So I'm very excited to see that. Space 1999, it is a full 4K restoration of Breakaway, which also looks amazing. And you can see even more of Martin Landau's fingerprints on the edge of a desk after the Breakaway event.
At last!
Which everyone's desperate to see.
I hear there is a new 5.1 mix in the works for that one.
You're right, yes, we've got 5.1 mixes.
Right.
Or original mono, up to you.
Yeah.
So yes, if you come and watch Thunderbirds in the cinema, you will get it in full 5.1.
Wow.
Which sounds amazing.
Will there be popcorn?
You can buy your own popcorn.
Yes,
It's not provided by AE.
That's an
Depends
incentive.
on the cinema that you go to. I can't guarantee they all do popcorn. Yes. And there's also a very special 50th anniversary Eagle, which I don't want to talk too much about in case it's not been talked about yet.
Well, we're talking about it now.
I know, but I don't want to give away too many details.
Right.
But it's limited to...
Is it eagle shaped?
It's eagle shaped.
Yes.
It's very special.
Yes.
I mean, it's a golden anniversary, isn't it? So...
Oh.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And limited to 1,999 units worldwide.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yes.
But it's a
Great.
lovely thing. And then coming up very soon, we've got the pre-orders for the Corgi Thunderbird 4 and Thunderbird 5.
Yes.
Thunderbird 5.
And we've got the pre-order coming up for our anniversary editions,
Yes.
3, 4 and 5.
Yes.
There's loads more things, stuff, comic anthologies.
Event.
September.
September.
Yes, of course, the event this month at the Museum of Brands.
Oh, September 13th.
Well, there is a special launch day on the 13th, yes,
Right.
where you can buy tickets and you get some special goodies and special
Right.
access.
Good.
But the exhibit runs from September to January. And has got over 400 items of memorabilia.
Lovely.
I was going to say propaganda, not that. Memorabilia
No, probably right. Propaganda.
from Thunderbirds and Space 1999, including prototype pieces that have never been out in public before, random curios from around the world, bits of early merch which are very odd and interesting, a bagatelle.
Right.
What's a bagatelle? It sounds French.
Okay.
I think it's like a little sort of flat, narrow pinball type game.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think it's a
Bagatelle.
Space 1999 bagatelle.
I see.
And loads of amazing stuff.
This is aside from their usual exhibits as well. So
Yes,
there's a whole. You could have spent a good
focused
old.
just on this stuff.
I see, yeah.
So search Museum of Brands and you can get a ticket. If you want to come to the special kind of launch day, which is on Breakaway Day, then there's limited tickets available, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Lovely.
That's
Great.
loads of news. That's loads more news
Yeah,
than I
yeah,
was expecting it to be.
very good. You've done very well.
Let's stop.
Yeah, all right, let's stop and let's focus on the voice of the Podstrons. This is the
Excellent.
opportunity for our viewers and listeners to get in touch at podcast@gerryanderson.com
Hello, Podstrons.
or post on our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Podstrons, or comment beneath our YouTube videos. Do you want to take the first one here, Jamie?
Oh, you've been very nice to me, aren't you? I'll take the first one
Like
now.
another shopping list.
Oh, great, good.
Yes.
Go on then.
This is via email from David.
Yes.
David says, "Hello all.
Hello, David.
Do you think we might see Silver Screen Records complete their Gerry Anderson soundtrack line?"
Are they almost complete?
Pretty much.
Well,
All the
don't
big
worry,
hitters are out.
David's got calculations.
Oh, good. Go on then.
By my calculations, he says,
Oh, yes.
we are missing Four Feather Falls, CD and vinyl,
That's true.
Terrorhawks, vinyl, Space Precinct, CD and vinyl, previous CD3 Network, Lavender Castle, CD and vinyl, New Captain Scarlet, CD and vinyl, previous CD3 Network. We seem to have a consistent run of releases which came to an end with Terrorhawks. Is this due to rights issues or sales?
Oh.
Many thanks, David.
Okay.
Well, David,
Yeah.
I I know for sure that Space Precinct and New Captain Scarlet are getting silver screen releases. In fact, they may have already been announced by the time we're talking about it now. And if not, then I've breached some sort of embargo.
Oh, hooray.
Will these be re-releases of what was previously out there?
They may be. I think they will certainly have new packaging, I believe.
Because Space Precinct, that was a 4-disc set. That was Ralph Titterton put a lot of work into that.
He did, bless Ralph. So yes, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we'll see a Four Feather Falls one. That feels commercially challenging.
Yeah.
Lavender Castle, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, is that an issue with the rights?
No, music doesn't really come with that territory.
Got you.
There's very specific ways to do music, and Silver Screen are the experts in doing it.
Yeah.
So I would just keep talking to David Stoner there about what's possible. But there's more stuff coming, so yes,
Brilliant.
you will be able to add to your collection. Can't guarantee you can complete it though.
Yeah.
I noticed, talking of completing it, he didn't mention Crossroads to Crime sound.
Or Dick Spanner.
Or Dick Spanner.
What about the Dick
That's
Spanner
Right, so
soundtrack?
he's not a completist that he says he is.
No.
Very
What a
disappointing.
letdown.
Yeah, very
Thanks,
letdown.
David.
Exactly. Would you like to take the next one there, Chris?
I would love to take the next one. It says, "Hi guys."
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I would like to congratulate Anderson Entertainment on doing a fantastic job on the Super Space Theatre release on Blu-ray. This is the Thunderbirds set, yes.
Well, Chris has done a lot on that, so well done, Chris.
Wow, thank you. It's been a group effort. I remember having all 3 of the VHS back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I brought all the rest that came out, but I don't know if I'm going to buy Space 1999, depending what it's got on it.
Right.
I'm so looking forward to the Thunderbirds Blu-ray release later in the year. Can't wait for the event at the Museum of Brands in September. And that's Ambassador Paul Hyde on the Isle of Wight.
Excellent. Okay, so what is on the Space 1999?
Super Space Theatre
Yes.
set. Well, it's the HD versions of the 4 original movies.
Yeah.
In 4:3 versions and the enhanced widescreen versions that were done for Network. Spazio 1999, which is an Italian compilation movie. We have a cinema film print of Destination Moonbase Alpha, VHS copies of Cosmic Princess and Journey Through the Black Sun.
I did ask.
Oh, yes. A new Super Space Theatre movie that no one has ever seen before.
Hey?
Except me, because
What?
I made it.
Oh!
It's called Prisoners in Space. Yes, you have to say it like that.
Of course you do, yeah. Great.
So,
there you go. Have we tempted you, Ambassador Paul Hyde from the Isle of Wight? Does that sound good to you?
Surely he must be
Yeah.
tempted.
What more do you
and
want?
I think by now there should be a trailer for all of the compilation movies on our YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, let us know, Paul, if that tickles your fancy. And if
Or
you put
not.
your order in. Or not, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and let us know if it drives you away as well, because then we're really doing something.
Don't do that. On our YouTube channel, I don't know if you remember, a few weeks back now, we sat with Matt Richardson and we watched an episode of 5 All XL5.
He was very enthusiastic, wasn't he?
Yes, and his lovely robot that he built.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's right.
Andy
Yes.
the Android.
Yes, that's it. Trial by Robot, that was. Well, Niche Mike commented beneath that video. As to Matt Richardson watching the Fireball XL5 episode Trial by Robot, to my mind, the facial features of Professor Himber, if you remember him, are based on none other than Kenneth Williams. And actually, here's a picture of him now, and I can see the resemblance. Yes, it's not bad. I'd like to think, says Niche Mike, that Ken would have been very pleased for a puppet likeness to be made.
Oh, almost certainly.
Fireball XL5, obviously predating the Carry-Ons.
Yeah.
Was Kenneth Williams a name then? What year are we talking for Trial by Robot?
62 would have gone out in
Oh,
63.
I think some of the Carry-Ons were pretty early, late 50s, weren't they? Early 60s.
Well, Kenneth Connor was in
Yes.
Torchy and Four Feather Falls.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if Kenneth Williams had popped up either as a voice or as a likeness. He didn't, but it could have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a good fit.
Have you spotted any other puppet likenesses, Podstrons? We all know about Troy Tempest as James Garner and
Lots of
Richard
Sean
James,
Connerys.
Mike
yeah.
Mercury.
obviously.
yes.
Yeah. So do let us know if you can think of any others, and we'll have a look. Podcast@gerryanderson.com. Comment on our YouTube channel or our Facebook group. That is all for now.
Oh, is it?
Already?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we have to let him go?
Well, yes.
Release him back into the wild.
Yes, because he's got to sit on a chair and watch an episode of
yeah.
Stingray with Sophie Aldred.
And special guest.
Special guest.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks, can't wait. Was Troy Tempest a heartthrob for either of you?
Don't say that too much, I'll get very excited.
I love his sort of clam beard.
Didn't realise this was going to turn into psychotherapy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get started.
Hi everybody, I'm Sophie Aldred and I am really looking forward to seeing an episode of Stingray on the Gerry Anderson Podcast.
Let's go.
Spectrum is green.